presence here today reflects the love, support, and community that have shaped their lives. We gather not only to witness their vows, but to share in their joy and honor their commitment that they make today. Before we begin, let's take a moment to acknowledge the people who have guided, loved, and shaped Jack and Destiny, and those who cannot be here with us today, whose presence is still felt in the wind and carried in our hearts. It is because of these relationships, these memories, and this love that we gather here today. For those of you who do not know who I am Destiny's uncle, and I'm also her proud godfather. My name is Nick Gregorio, and it's truly an honor for me to be here to be officiating this wedding for them in this special moment. When they first asked me, I was actually very nervous because I thought I would have to be like, a priest or a rabbi or even like a relationship guru to get this done. But actually in California, you don't need any of that. So to quote the Beatles, all you need is love. And we have a lot of that here today. Now I want to reflect a little bit on the choice of the desert for their destination wedding. They didn't just choose any place in the desert. They actually chose a place called Nowhere. When people think of the desert, they think of the harsh conditions, the weather, the crazy little critters that are running around, the vast emptiness, the isolation. But beneath the stark exterior lies something quite different. A sense of peace, resilience, and timelessness that cannot be found anywhere else. The desert does not demand attention and reveals itself slowly to those willing to look closer. Life thrives here, ways are subtle but extraordinary. And the one thing that we all take for granted out in the city is when we have those lights on, we miss the stars. And hopefully tonight we'll have the stars on full display. So they chose this obviously because it made something special to them. We often think the most important moments in life must happen somewhere impressive, somewhere marked on a map in bold letters. But the truth is, the best moments often unfold in the most unexpected places. And today they have brought us here to a place called Nowhere. And somehow it feels like the center of everything. By bringing us here, they are inviting us to step away from the ordinary and into a place that reflects who they are. Adventurous, authentic, and unafraid to chart their own path. Now I'd like to take a second. I'll talk to Destiny first. I know I speak for our entire family when I say we're very, very proud of you. From the moment you were born, we knew that you were something special. You had light, a presence about you. We always knew that you were going to be great. You may not fully realize this, but your arrival came at a time in our family when we needed hope. I'll give you a second.
Not yet.
You came at a time that really helped mend our hearts, bring us back together, and give our family a future. You were a gift, not just as a daughter, a niece, or granddaughter, but a reminder of the joy and possibility with our family. For many years, you held the cherished title of being the only child, only grandchild, niece, and yes, we spoiled you accordingly. But as you grew, what stood out wasn't how loved you were, it was the person you were becoming. Kind, compassionate, creative, thoughtful, and beautiful inside and out. Your life, though, hasn't been without challenges. You faced moments that would test you for the strongest among us. And yet, through it all, you have shown remarkable resilience. You have met hardship with courage. You have met difficulty with grace. You have continued to grow, to love, and to remain open-hearted. There's a saying that you can't have a rainbow without the rain. Now it's started. My hope for you is that today is that rainbow is vibrant, joyful beginning, and that its colors never fade. May the love you celebrate here be brighter than any storm, and may it remind you always of the strength and light you carry within you. Now's your turn, Jack. I won't pretend that we know each other all that well, not as much as I'd like. In fact, I think this might be the third or fourth time that we've actually met in person. But even in our brief encounters, I've gathered a few important insights about who you are. When Destiny first brought you to Monterey to meet Danielle and I, you made an immediate impression. You're polite, respectful, thoughtful and clearly intelligent. I remember thinking, Destiny has really found a great guy. And as the time went on, I learned a little more about you. You enjoy cooking, which, let's be honest, is a great quality to have in a spouse. You're dedicated to your career, you take pride in your work. You love animals, which is extremely important in this family. You have a great sense of humor, something I became fully aware of when you were wearing a gas mask in the back of a family Zoom meeting. Then I found out you appreciate jazz. And I thought, okay, this guy, he's got some depth and style and thoughtful soul. You have spent enough time with the family to be fully aware of how it is, and you've had time to run and you haven't yet. Amazingly, you stuck around. And at that point, I was pretty convinced you were the guy for Destiny. And then you mentioned that you were a Los Angeles Clippers fan, and I thought, nobody's perfect.
Hey, came back over 500, baby.
That's right.
But in all seriousness, Jack, what stands out most about you is how you naturally complement Destiny. Your calm presence, your thoughtfulness, your steady nature, you balance her beautifully, and you balance each other beautifully. And as an efficient, I get the privilege of cheating and saying this before anyone else can. Welcome to the family. Now let's talk about the greater meaning of why we are here today. There's often an expectation that the efficient offers a few words of advice about how love and marriage should go. I've been married for 20 years to my beautiful wife, and I do have a lot of experience, but I'm not going to be up here pretending that I have all the answers. And I think even the people in my family that have been married much longer wouldn't say they have all the answers. That being said, I do feel obliged to say some things. Marriage is a promise to carry your love forward, to give it a home, a shape, and a future. It is bright and beautiful and sometimes unpredictable and always alive. It asks for patience, care, devotion, and willingness to grow. At its simplest, marriage is this: you chose each other. You might think after today nothing will really change. You already live together, you share possessions and responsibilities. I remember thinking the exact same thing when I got married. But something does shift. You will notice it when you start introducing each other as husband and wife. Your connection becomes more than practical, it becomes intentional. From this day forward, we move through the world, not just as individuals, but as partners. What you say, how you act, how you speak about one another, it all carries weight. Speak kindly of one another. Protect each other's dignity, celebrate one another's successes, show pride in your partnership. The way you honor each other publicly and privately will strengthen the foundation you build together. It is tradition that when people marry, they lead their partner, their parents, and hold fast to one another. This doesn't mean you don't love your families and that you don't spend time with them. This means that today you create something new. Your spouse becomes your closest ally, your first confidant, your greatest loyalty. Protect that unity carefully and never allow outside voices or pressures to come between you. Marriage will ask something of you. It will stretch you, refine you, and occasionally humble you. The sun will set and rise on your marriage countless times. Some days it will blaze with joy, other days it will rest behind clouds. But just as the sun always returns, so must you return to one another. The challenges you face are not signs of failure, they're the shaping of something lasting. The words "I love you" are magical when spoken with sincerity. Say them truly and say them often. But there is another phrase that can be just as powerful and often far more difficult to say, and that is "I'm sorry." No one is perfect. There will be moments of misunderstanding, frustration, and hurt. Pride can build walls where there doesn't need to be any. But the willingness to say "I'm sorry" is one of the greatest acts of love. "I love you" builds the foundation. "I'm sorry" protects it. Hold tightly to both. And finally, pets are just like children. The love, the responsibility, the way they take over your home and your heart. And then you actually have children, and you realize how stupid that is. If you decide to have children, or if it surprises you, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. If for whatever reason children are not in your future, forget everything I just said. Pets are just like children. And so, with full heart and clear intention, we arrive at the moment where the words give shape to the promises you're about to make. Yeah. Do you take Destiny to walk beside you through all the seasons of life, to share in laughter and in quiet moments, to offer strength through every storm, and to receive love as freely as you give it, choosing destiny today and every day to come.
I do.
Destiny, do you take Jack to walk beside you through all seasons of life, to share in laughter and in quiet moments, to offer strength through every storm, and to receive love as freely as you give it, choosing Jack today and every day to come?
I do.
Now, Jack and Destiny, this is your moment to share the promises that you've written for one another, the commitments that will guide your marriage in the years ahead. These words hold the love you've grown, the challenges you've overcome, and the future you're creating hand in hand. Speak them with open hearts as your marriage begins today. Please share your vows.
Words cannot describe my feelings for you, but the people in our lives can clearly see we are meant to be. I've never met someone so imperfectly perfect for me. What I mean is, you let me be my true self and allow me to be the most authentic self. You accept my flaws, my pain, my anxieties, and all my chaos. Most importantly, you give me the peace, support, and confidence to get through all the hard times and remind me of my strength. What I love the most about you is your passion for the world, the community, the environment, and for the underdogs. I've always had a home, a life, and friends, but since meeting you, my life has felt whole. You have given my life a purpose, because you truly help me be my best self and support me in ways I never knew I needed. I have enjoyed the 7 years of life we have built together, and I look forward to all the years to come, all the adventures and memories ahead of us. I can't wait to start this new chapter of life with you by my side and watch our love grow. You mean the world to me, and I give you my whole world in return, even though you do not like my world at times. Especially with my singing, dancing, messy crafts, oddities, things I take home without your permission, as well as my collection of pets. You are here for all of it, as I am for your world. A world of following recipes precisely, investing in good quality things, keeping up with world events and politics, quiet nights in, gaming for way too long, and God forbid your obsession with jazz. I'll be here for all of it. You have been my calm to my storm through all my loss and unsuccess. You have asked for my hand to all the people I love most, including my father, who wasn't your favorite, but you accepted him for me. You have a good heart and a kind soul that I will never take for granted. I appreciate all the love you've given me, and you never giving up on us. And now the real vows. I vow to always fight for you and your beliefs as your biggest supporter. I vow to stand by your side through all the hard times and challenges we may face. I vow to love you unconditionally as you love me. I vow to listen with intention and understanding, as well as respect and without judgment. Lastly, I promise to take care of you and our home, our family, and our love the best I can.
Destiny. When we first met, I was looking for someone to accept and love me for who I am. As our love grew and we got to know each other, I quickly realized you were so much more than what I was expecting. In a good way. You gave me the motivation I needed to advance my career, to support the both of us. You helped me become a more empathetic and social person who not only cares not only for friends and family, but also co-workers, our community, San Pedro, and all the people across the world. Most importantly, you helped me get through tough times when it seemed like the structure of society was working against us. We know when to give each other the attention we need when we feel depressed and isolated, but also know when to give each other the space needed to learn and grow. I know this is the reason why I love you so much, and what makes you the most beautiful person in the world to ever be. I vow to always actively listen and consider your wants and needs to ensure you lead a fulfilling life. I I vow to always encourage you to follow your passions and dreams. Probably needs like a coffee cart or something someday. I vow to ensure our home is a place where you and our family are unconditionally loved. I vow to remain faithful, honest, and by your side not only during the brightest days, but also the coldest nights.
At this time, we invite the ring bearer to bring forward the symbol of Jack and Destiny's promises to one another. These rings are small circles, symbols of affinity and connection. As you place these rings on one another's hands, remember that they represent not perfection, but intention. They are a symbol of the love you carry and the life you're building together. Let them remind you each day to be gentle with one another, to offer help freely, and to choose kindness. All right, now the good part. May your life together be a tapestry of laughter, wonder, belonging, wide as this horizon, steady as the mountains, and as enduring as the love you share. Let your marriage be like the open sky, no boundaries, no walls, a place where your true self can breathe freely, where love is vast and honest and unafraid. By the powers vested in me by the state of California, and by the love you declared, I now pronounce you husband and wife.